Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Dilip. If you have gone through my Monday's video, especially I was speaking about there is a failed auction on Monday and there was a 100% range extension and there is a possibility the range extension could be below 23,000 also. If at all global markets turns positive strongly, there is a possibility our Nifty might get accepted on Monday's value area and then prices will likely go for 23,320 to 400 levels. What happened yesterday and today is that if you look at this yesterday and today itself is both inside Monday's value area and range, which speaks about there is some kind of momentum building up. Markets itself has got accepted inside value area yesterday and even today itself with good amount of positive divergence in the morning, and the prices came down to test the single print from Monday and then it took a support and then prices started going up and it cleared 23,340 levels, but at the same time 23,400 has not been cleared. So in an ideal scenario it has to go all the way up to this point, but today also if you look at the Tuesday low itself has not been broken. Prices have opened outside Tuesday value area, indicating buyer strength is there, but that buyer strength itself is not very strong enough, so which also has been indicated by poor high on Tuesday. So what happens in these poor highs is that, so on lower time frames, most of these markets are driven by algos. So on lower time frames some algo might have went up to this point and the buyer is not strong enough, so the prices exactly got rejected on lower time frame. So if the buyer would have strong enough, prices should have gone further upside. So this indicates that there is a weak buyer. So what happens as the prices comes down, lower prices attracts more number of buyers and then prices tries to goes up and clear this poor high. Yesterday it has not cleared. Today it tried to touch, but again whatever the passive sellers are there in the yesterday's up move, they again came in here and then prices again came down. So at the same time yesterday low failed auction area itself is not breaking, which speaks about there is a good possibility for tomorrow Nifty might go for towards 23,400 levels now. But at the same time let me also tell you guys the main trend itself is downside. There is no definitive turnaround indication as of now. Not only this, tomorrow is weekly expiry for Nifty, and if you look at 23,250 and 23,300 levels, there is a good amount of call writing. So tomorrow if at all there is going to be a gap up, any gap up, look for shorting opportunities. So even Nifty is below 50-day moving average, which is speaking about strong resistance might be there tomorrow. Any moderate gap up, unless the price sustains for 2 to 3 hours, there will be a strong selling coming in, pushing the prices downside. For downside target, the Monday gap itself at 23,170 levels has not been cleared. So any moderate gap up, look for shorting opportunities towards the POC at 23,260 and it might even come down to 23,175 and below. If at all Nifty sustains below 23,120 Monday's low itself, there is a good possibility it might come down to 23,000. Obviously it will be a good round number and it might even come down to 22,900 levels. For any kind of up move, I think tomorrow it is less likely. For any kind of up move in Nifty, it is less likely though, but watch for 23,500 to 23,530 levels. So unless it gets acceptance, sellers will try to come again. This is with Nifty guys. For coming to Bank Nifty, what I was speaking on Monday is there is a failed auction like in Nifty and IB low itself has been broken, so there is no proper range extension and prices will likely extend 100% towards 47,800 levels and then further down move is also possible. So this is what I was speaking. But if you look at the global markets, turned strongly positive. Yesterday prices opened inside the value area, but then immediately prices got accepted outside the value area and Bank Nifty started going into Friday's value area. It got accepted, but at the same time around the PPOC of Friday some seller is coming in and the buyer was so weak he couldn't able to push the prices past this POC, Now what happened today? The price opened outside the value area of yesterday, but then immediately touched in the first 30 minutes, but then immediately again came down inside the value area. So this is happening because there was a again weak buyer here. So if the buyer would have been strong enough, the buyer should be able to push beyond the previous day high, yesterday's high. So that has not happened. As the prices goes down, buyers will add in, and prices tries to retest these areas. If the seller who is pushing the prices downside, if he unwinds, there will be a strong up move all the way up to 49,800 levels. Same thing downside also. If there is a weak seller around 48,620 levels, if this person unwinds, so how do you know whether he is unwinding or not? There are few signs. So look at order flow. There will be a strong delta and prices will be closing below this area, and there might be a clean candle. So the buyer who is buying around these levels, he might try to unwind. So then we might see strong down move all the way down to 47,980 levels and even much below level. For now, the main trend itself is a downside, guys. So levels, if at all there is going to be a gap down, guys, I think that is going to be very tricky. So you need to watch for whether the prices will sustain below Monday's low or not. Any sustaining around this, then we might see 47,800 and much below prices is very much possible. So this is with Bank Nifty, guys. If you're keen on learning order flow and market profile, go through the playlist which I am attaching at the end of this video. Thank you. Have a nice day, guys.